Got it, okay. Okay, we always like to start out our meetings with an opening prayer. And if I could have Mr. Sam Hernandez come up here real quick, here he is. And I have an interesting, real quick story. And I don't know if our guest speaker, Mr. Ybarra, has heard this. Come on, let's get in the limelight here so we can see you and keep you all nice and straight. But many of you heard the story about my aunt who passed away. And Rachel and I were having lunch at Gringo's over here on 1093. And we were sitting there, and usually we say our prayer before our lunch, but it was just a silent prayer, just to kind of think about my aunt who was going to be taken off life support. Anyway, we'd finished that, and we were getting ready to eat, and Mr. Sam Hernandez walks up to our table, and he's wearing a Gringo's shirt, and I thought he was like the manager of the store. And I said, he says, is everything okay? And I go, yeah. Food's great, it looks great, everything's good. He says, well, I just felt I'd come by and I was compelled to come by your table, and is there anything I can help pray for? Wow. We were just talking about my aunt who passed 30 minutes after, but he stopped by our table, said a prayer for our table, for me and my aunt, and of course Rachel there, and it really struck me. And I said, well, who are you? And he said, well, I'm Sam Hernandez. I'm the company pastor. Now, what a testament to you, Mr. Ybarra, that you have a company pastor. And I'm going to let you say more about your role and everything. And then we came back and saw you again. And the story continues that how God touched that my aunt, 30 minutes after she passed, won the Publishers Clearinghouse $10,000 sweepstakes. I'm not kidding. And that paid for her funeral. She never wanted to be a burden on anybody. She had entered the PCH over the years. You're never going to win that. She's in heaven going, see, I told you I'd win. But isn't that just another amazing part of the story? But God is good. So here you go, Sam. I'm going to let you continue, and he'll do our opening prayer this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. To God be the glory. Good morning, everyone. The Lord is so good. Let us bow our heads and let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who has given us hope in our journey for our family, our businesses, our communities, our state, and our country. We gather here today seeking relationships with our community and businesses in a positive way through this chamber. Enable us to live to give, not just financially, but allow us to share love, compassion, joy with whoever we come in contact with. Lord God, we pray for all our elected officials and public servants. May they serve us with genuine care and compassion. Inspire them to always seek the common good and remove all who seek out evil. Lord, continue to bless, give favor, protect, and guide this chamber, businesses, nonprofits, elected officials, first responders, schools, and families in this community. Empower this amazing and incredible Fulshear, Katy area Chamber of Commerce to continue to promote healthy businesses, provide valuable resources, advocate for businesses' interest, and encourage development of new leaders. And bless this food and bless the hands that prepared it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Sam. Love you, brother. Appreciate it very much, and appreciate you being here. And I think it's just awesome that a company of 2,600 plus employees has a company pastor to take care of the well-being of their employees. And you kind of wonder, what's the magic sauce that makes Gringo's and Changa such a great place? Well, that's a big part of it, I'm sure. So thank you again, Sam. We appreciate you being here. Okay, we like to do our Pledge of Allegiance, so if you don't mind, please rise. We'll put the flag up on here. And Miss Dina, you want to come over, our newest Wrangler. And yeah, Dina, newest Wrangler, yes. There you go, Dina. Into the microphone, just there you go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much, Dina. We appreciate it very much. And all right. Our wonderful breakfast today, which was also prepared by Humble Grounds, is being sponsored today by MOHA. And if I could have the ladies from MOHA come up to the front, please. And they're going to tell you a little bit about their organization at the mohanetwork.org. And it's a very worthy cause. And we thank you for the sponsorship of the breakfast this morning. So if you don't mind, and if you need to lower that down, there you go.
Thank you. You've done this before. Hi, good morning, everybody. We are Mothers of Held Angels, or MOHA, as we say. We are a nonprofit organization kind of homed out of Fulshear. We are 3 moms of loss. We're missing our trio this morning. She's out of town. We experience loss anywhere as early as 24 weeks and as late as 37 weeks gestation. When we came together, we originally just shared our stories about our loss and realized that we had 3 very different experiences, and not for a good reason. We then created the We Care initiative. We feel like there should be a standard of care when mom goes into the hospital and has found out, that she is going to birth a deceased child, or if her child did not survive the length of stay in the NICU. 3 things are part of our standard at minimum when you go into a hospital and have the MOHA Angel experience at that hospital. The first one is a cuddle cot. It is a bereavement device. It's basically a bassinet that circulates cold water through it and allows mom to have the gift of time with her child. I got 2 days with my daughter Eden Grace after she passed, and I got 4 days with her daughter Lillian. The second thing that we offer is called an angel box. It has comfort items in there for her, but it also has ways to make memories with their child. And the third thing is an angel ambassador. It is a mother of loss who has taken training through MOHA and is able to sit at the bedside with another mother of loss and walk through the cuddle cot, walk through the angel box, and become her inspiration. Give her the tips and the tools that she needs to not only make memories with her child, but then become the face of survival. In that moment, you feel like you're dying with your child, but we are there to show her you're not going to. We're going to help you put one foot in front of the other, and we're going to get you back home to being a wife, to being a mom to your existing children, and to help you get back into the workforce. We are in our 3rd season of our podcast. You can log on to our website and hear us talk about issues that we faced after the loss of our child. We provide education for the nurses. I am a nurse by trade. I give anesthesia in the operating room, and I'd received not one moment of a lecture in nursing school about how to take care of a mom with a deceased child. So we want to inspire the nurses to take the utmost care of these moms, and we want to create a standard of care within the hospital. And as of last week, we hit a huge milestone. We are now in all 7 Methodist locations within the greater Houston area. So thank you. So you will receive our standard of care if you happen to deliver in that hospital. So thank you.
Thank you, ladies, so much. And something we don't think about, but if you want to know more, they do have a table out front, and they'd be happy to tell you more about their organization and how you can help. Speaking of help, Cameron, I meant to do this at the top of the show as I promised, but I want you to see about a 1.5-minute video of some students from Fulshear High School real quick. Take a look at this real quick.
Did you know that 46% of teenagers ages 16 to 19 admit to using drugs and alcohol on road emissions?
Did you know that months April through June are the highest teen traffic fatalities? Graduation Day is a day to celebrate our academic and high school achievements to lead us to a bright future, so it should not end in tragedy.
Fulshear High School is committed to students who safe graduation by offering a program called Project Graduation. This program will be an organized, adult-supervised, managed for 570 seniors.
To make this happen, there are several committees of parents working hard behind the scenes. So what else do we need? Sponsors.
Yes, we need your help to pull it all off.
Please consider a sponsorship to make this night a safe one.
Today, I'm really excited for the program. It's our last chance to hang out with each other. And I think that we should all be there and have fun and be a family one last time before we take off.
I'm excited for programs and the tradition, seeing all the people in the past do it, and now it's our turn.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm excited for the program. It's just a safe place to have fun with all our friends and family graduation.
And I'm Riley, and we're so excited to have so many great memories with other friends to end our senior year.
Let's have a great night, guys.
Hi, my name is Marlo, and I'm doing programming because it keeps everyone safe on graduation night. Hi, I'm Kendall, I'm a safety program because I can hang out with my friends. Hi, I'm Hannah, and I safety program. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for the program and we love sponsorships. Thank you.
All right, that's the students that are putting that out there. Just to let you know that we do have a table out front representing ProGrad, but statistics show that on graduation night, it's one of the deadliest for teens due to drinking and driving. So high schools across the United States celebrate Project Graduation, and they all have the same goal, is keeping our graduates safe. And this year, the parents of our students, teachers, are going to rent out, I think it's a place like Main Event. This will be an all-night affair, and all the students, all the seniors will go there and be safe, alcohol-free environment, enjoy a real safe night on Project Grad. So they look for sponsors. They have several levels. They have a bicentennial sponsor because this graduation class is 2024, which is the bicentennial of Fulshear. And you get a lot of incentives to go anywhere from 100 up to 2024. And it is, thank you. Thanks for shouting it out. And it is tax deductible. It's a 501c3, and it's a marvelous organization. And if you could help out, we'd love for you to visit their table out front. And go Chargers. I mean, they are ranked number 5th in the state right now. Yeah. And it's all because of the football announcer, I think, really. I really think that has a lot to do with it. But anyway, they're playing Magnolia West this Thursday at Traylor Stadium if you want to come on out and see the game. But thank you, ladies, and hopefully we'll get this more out to more information, and the Chamber can guide you in the correct way on how you can help save a lot of lives on graduation night. We appreciate it. Okay? Any questions there? Ladies, did I do okay on that? Yes, thank you. You're welcome. I enjoyed doing it. I really am a big supporter. Okay. Real quick, I'd like to recognize some elected officials. Mr. Constable Chad Norvell, our Precinct 1 Constable, is here. And a very lady, Jennifer Knesick, with Senator Joan Huffman, our state senator. Thank you for being here today, too. We appreciate that. Now, we do have, what we'd like to do is, if you're a guest, and you're not a member, but you're a guest, and it's your first time or second time here, we want to have you stand up so we know who you are. So our Wranglers, stand up real fast. There's our Wranglers. Now they're going to, they help us out. They are our ambassadors, and they're going to really help us. Keep an eye out for you, the visitors, and we would like for you to meet with them afterwards in the lobby so that you can get more information about our chamber. So if you are a visitor, please stand up so we can see who you are and give you a round of applause for showing up today in the rain. Thank you. I know who these ladies are. They got cheesecake. I know y'all. I already met you guys. But thank you guys, and we look forward to y'all considering being part of our chamber. We appreciate it. If you're a brand new member in our chamber, please stand up real quick. Look at all the brand new members we have here. Thank you guys. Okay, keep standing up because what I want you to do, if you grab that mic real quick, and we just want you to tell us your name and your business name so we know who you are. And let's just start here and go real quick so we can get through this real fast. Tell us your name and business.
Hi, Kim Patrick with Realty Pros of Texas.
What's the name of it?
Realty Pros of Texas.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Christina Crew, and my business name is Rad Ice.
Rad Ice, know it, yes. They're going to be at the Scarecrow Festival, yes.
Good morning. My name is Mark Langford. I'm with Katy Sports and Fitness and the Warriors Baseball Academy.
Glad to have you here. Baseball, we love it. Go Astros.
Good morning. I'm Anna Noto, and this is Brittany Kemp, and we're with Mothers of Held Angels.
Yep, they're Moha. We're glad to have them in our chamber. Yes, sir, new member.
Travis Larson, and I'm with Action Coach, Southwest Houston.
Action Coach, we love having that. Helps your business.
Christina King, Elation Physical Therapy, right across the street.
That's right. That's right. Physical therapy. Got to get that arm worked out. And thank you very much for doing that. You're good, Phil Donahue.
My name is Michael Ziegler. I'm the owner of Gold Coast Plumbing.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here. That gentleman with the microphone last, that's Albert Perez, the chairman of our board. Sitting next to him is our vice chair of the board. Carla, would you stand up? Board of directors, anybody else from our board here? Yes, Freddie in the back, thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay, the rest of them are sleeping in. Okay. Hey, call them out. Also, Amy Barker Richards, stand up real quick. There she is over there. Our new guide is coming out. It's going to be next year, but we need to get you in this guide. This is really 10,000 copies at HEB and in Walmart, time-wise, all over the place, model homes. You need to be in here. It's fantastic. So thank you for your hard work, Amy. She has a table out there, too. Okay. We're going to get right to our speaker, and then at the end, I'm going to do our door prizes. Is that okay with everybody? Oh, by the way, I just want to say, he's not going to like this, but Richard Scully, stand up, sir. Because Richard Scully, you don't know who he is yet, but you better applaud him. Because Richard is the brains and the genius behind our software system, which has been totally new and improved. And it is, yes, it's called Pippily, and you can say it with a smile, P-I-P-P-I-L-Y, Pippily. And I encourage you, go to our website, go in there, log in, poke around, find some things. I promise you it's very intuitive, it's easy to do, and we have artificial intelligence built into it as well to help you grow your business, describe your business, and tell everybody about the products you have. What it is, ladies and gentlemen, it is a publishing system that gets you noticed in the world of technology and all the interference that's out there. Our system will help you break through all that and reach out there and be at the top of mind on all searches and things like that. So what we're trying to be, and our goal is not just to be a chamber of commerce, but to be a chamber for commerce, and that's a chamber for you, okay? And then we're going to hear from Harlan, and just at the end of the show, after we're done, we're good with that. Harlan has some information about new health things that are coming up. So with that, I told you the story about my Gringo story, and I'm sure all of you have had a Gringo story, perhaps. But how many in here love going to Gringos? Yeah? Is it the margaritas? Is it the fajitas? I don't know why he stopped making the chicken wrapped in bacon. I thought that was fantastic. But is Russell Ybarra here? Where's Russell? Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the owner and chief dishwasher himself, Mr. Russell Ybarra. Thank you so much for being here today. Would you like the table? And I can move this over for you if you like. Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what? I've given this presentation many times. That's the good news. The bad news is I'm still not a professional speaker. But I will do my best to get through it, and I will be respectful of your time. I know everyone has to get to work, and thank you for coming out this morning. And I have given it many, many times, and it's a story, actually, that I never get tired talking about and sharing, because it's one of those stories that was never, ever supposed to happen. And I will show you some examples of that, if I can get this to work. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I like to be called just a master enchilada roller. I hate the word owner. It's too possessive for me. I just prefer, I'm the one responsible. Well, there you go. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and that's my email address, and I do answer all the emails that I receive. Don't allow your circumstances to become your excuse. Instead, use it as a motivation to achieve your dreams. And the one purpose, the uno purpose there at Gringo's is to enrich lives one taco at a time by serving the highest quality Tex-Mex at the absolute lowest price possible. And these are our 5 core values that I introduced in the early 2000s. I knew what I wanted the company to be and look like, but I had to put those thoughts on paper so our team could buy into it and then start developing the culture that we have today at Gringo's. But our first one being building guest relationships one meal at a time basically means every single meal we serve is important. Fostering honesty and respect amongst our team members. A company without mutual respect cannot move forward. We can have disagreements, but they should always be done in a very respectful manner. And number 3, reinvesting in our team members and local community, I believe, is the cornerstone of our success, and I'll share more about that later. And developing a relationship of trust with our vendors. Our vendors are extremely important to us, every single one of them, whether it's a product they provide us or a service they provide us. We are in it together to succeed together. I'm a big believer in win-win, not lose-win or win-lose, but win-win. And of course, number 5, if we do 1 through 4 consistently, never being satisfied. Of course, this is what everyone believes success looks like, but we all know that it really looks like that, right? Wow, this clicker is either low on batteries or, there you go. So this is kind of the genesis of Gringo's. August 1992, this particular building, our family owned it, and it had an interesting history. Oops, let me go back now. It had an interesting history. It was a steakhouse originally for 2 months only. I'm sorry, 8 months. And then it was a family restaurant, El Toro restaurant, for 7 years. And then my father leased it to Old Galveston Seafood, and they were there for about 3 years. And they relocated because my father was subsidizing the rent. And when he decided to go up, the gentleman relocated. And then Mangiafico's Italian restaurant was there for 2 months. And when he went into that property, he actually did a lease purchase. Not a lease with the option to purchase, but a lease purchase, meaning when he leased it, he also purchased it. And on the 60th day, after 2 months, he was out of there because he wasn't going to make it. And the earnest money was due on the 61st day at the title company for $60,000, and he left. So the building has a history of 4 failed restaurants. And at the time, I was the one that was responsible for writing the check to Pearland State Bank for $4,852.10 a month. It was a very difficult payment to make back then. And in today's dollars, it's almost close to $10,000. So imagine owning a property, paying $10,000 a month. It's empty. No one wants to buy it or touch it. So I just decided I would go ahead and give it one last shot. I was busy running a tortilla factory in Baytown that our family still owns today called El Matador Foods. But some of the challenges was we didn't have any money to open the restaurant. Unproven concept. Every piece of furniture and equipment in that building was used, every single piece except one, and that was the POS system, the point of sale system. And there's reasons behind that. I knew that whatever we sold, we need to make sure that we had a good accounting of it, because working for my father, I saw a lot of internal shrinkage or theft, if you will, and I knew that was an important piece of equipment. And then also we had no liquor license when we opened. I was very naive. I went to Wells Fargo to open a business checking account, and I had to use my credit card to open it for $200, and that was on December the 15th of '92. And when I had the idea to open up Gringo's, I was told that I was crazy, I was stupid, and I was going to fail, and that was just coming from my family. Let me go. And again, our focus from day one was no longer about making money. It was about providing the very highest quality Tex-Mex that we knew how to make at that time and offer it at the absolute best price possible, best value possible. We literally had nothing to lose, right? So with some cheap paint, we painted the building pink. One of our 2 servers was also an artist, and he actually painted that first logo of Gringo's. So we got that for a deal. And I remember the opening on January 11th at 11 a.m., walking over to the window that had the open neon sign, and just standing there waiting for that very first car to pull into the parking lot. And I also remember the sense of gratitude that I had, that here's a person, knowing the history of the building, that they were willing to give it another chance. So on the first day of sales, we did $580. That's not a lot today, there wasn't a lot back then either, but we did $580. We did about the same the second day. On the third day, one of my siblings, who did not want me to open this place, reopen it, asked me what we had done the first 2 days. And I told him, and he said, "That's it. Close the dang place. We did more the first time we were there," meaning when it was a family restaurant. But I told him, listen, so long as those $580 of guests are happy and pleased, they'll come back. Well, the first month, and we opened on the 11th, so in the first month we did $27,000. And then the first year we did $475. The second year we almost doubled. That's a good sign. In 95 we did about 1.3, and in 96, 1.8. Our system-wide sales in 2023 will hit $150 million. We have 16 Gringos, one opening later this year in Conroe, and we have one planned in Tomball, and 2 others that are in consideration. And then we also have the 4 Jimmy's, and we're working on a 5th Jimmy's now, not too far from here actually. So it's a miracle that we went from $580 the first day to now what we're doing in volume. And this is kind of the graph from the first year to 2022, it looks like. And our average unit volume today is about 7.5. It's one of the highest ones in the casual dining market. The ones that are higher will be places like the Cheesecake Factory. But as far as Mexican food, it's the same as Papacitos, so it gives you an idea of the volume we do with a lot lower price point. And that's kind of what our organization chart looked like back in 1993. And it's gotten a little bigger, and it's a lot more complicated. I'm glad I surround myself with people that understand it and enjoy doing it. And that's changed quite a bit too, so I need to get that updated. And I won't lie, the success of Gringo's has allowed me to live the life of a rock star without the paparazzi following me around. Here we are landing in Miami Memorial Day weekend back in 2012, I think it was. And I did something stupid back in 1996. I bought a jet, and I sold it the very last day of 2019. Yeah, N193JC. So 193 is the month and year we opened, January of 93, and JC is Jimmy 1 when it's on the ground, and Jesus Christ when it's in the air. And I've met some incredible people over the years. John Paul DeJoria is one of my heroes, the founder of Patron, Paul Mitchell Products. And he has a saying that success unshared is failure. I met Mark Cuban on the set of Shark Tank, had lunch with him. Mark Cuban's quote, if I get this thing to work, let's see here. Mark Cuban quote, "It doesn't matter how many times you have failed, you only have to be right once." In his case, he was definitely right once, if you know his story. I've traveled the world, follow one of my favorite bands ever, U2. And here I am in the Grand Hyatt in Tokyo back in 2006. I was deciding on which hotel I was going to stay at, either the Grand Hyatt where they filmed Lost in Translation, or the Park Hyatt where they filmed Lost in Translation, or the Grand Hyatt, which they had just built in Roppongi Hills. And I picked the Grand Hyatt, and so did the band, so I was able to run into all of them and had a good time meeting and getting pictures with all of them. This particular picture here was the night of the concert, about an hour's away from the hotel. My brother and brother-in-law, we got back late from the concert, and we knew that they always hung out at the club level floor. So we went up after we got back to the hotel to see if they were hanging out in the club lounge. And the elevator door opens, we peek around the corner. The lights were off, so we're just about to get back in when the Edge comes around the corner and with his entourage, and we said, "Hey, we just got back from the concert. Can we get a picture with you?" He said, "Sure." So he gave us a picture. And I just saw him 2 weekends ago at the new Sphere in Las Vegas, opening night. They're doing a residency there, 26 performances. I've been to the San Fermin Festival, which is also known as Running of the Bulls. It's this particular event here is the opening ceremony. It starts on July the 6th at 12 noon, but the actual Running of the Bulls begins on the 7th day of the 7th month, and it lasts for 7 days. And this is a spectacle because everyone there is holding up their red bandana to signify the martyr San Fermin. And the Running of the Bulls starts at, like I said, 8 a.m. on the 7th of July. The first time I went, I've been 5 times now. And you may ask, 5 times? That's crazy. Well, every time I go, I always try to take someone new that's never seen it so I can experience it all over again through their eyes. So this is us watching it from the balcony, which is much safer. The very first time I went, I was on the ground to run, but the date was 7/7/7. And because of the date, there were so many people there that they removed a large section of the course, and I was in that section, so I didn't get to see it. But I did experience tear gas because there were some people in that group that got removed that were so upset they threw wine bottles over the fence, and the police responded with tear gas. Someone in the crowd said, "Don't rub your eyes, it'll go away, it'll go away," and it did. The bullfights every evening at 6 p.m. It's beautiful, the pageantry and all, but it's not a fair fight. But something I did learn on the very last trip about bullfighting, I didn't realize that the bulls themselves, they're feral bulls that live for 5 to 7 to 8 years versus cattle that's used for consumption lives less than 2 years. Not that it makes it any fairer, but I've been to Dubai a few times, the Burj Al Arab. I've even sumo wrestled in Nara, Japan, and that is me on the right, in case you're wondering. And I could not move that gentleman whatsoever. And my wife and I went to Rio de Janeiro, stayed on Ipanema Beach at the Hotel Fasano. And this is room 707. I remember it because, for one, the pool's on the 8th floor. So we had the top floor in terms of rooms for this particular hotel. And we stayed in room 707. And the bellman, when he dropped off our luggage, had told me that Madonna had stayed in the same suite the night before. The only thing I asked him was, did they sanitize the room very well? And been to Prague, Hotel Augustine, having a really good, a really delicious drink there at the Deborah Harry bar. And been, of course, with Michael Berry many times on different trips. We've shot hogs out of a helicopter. Here we are on Tillman Fertitta's helicopter, heading to the Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, opening night, and I asked myself, how did this happen? How did I arrive at that moment? I ask myself all the time, even being here tonight or this morning, people wanted to listen to me talk. How does this even happen? Hung out with Tillman on his yacht. He owns 2 now. He owns this one, and he just got delivery of a 250-footer. Me personally, I would never own a yacht, but they're nice to see. And of course, hanging out with Tillman, Beaver Applin from Buc-ee's, and the czar of talk radio, Michael Berry. And I even had the privilege of sitting on stage with a president. And for the record, I don't care who the president is. If I'm invited to do anything with that office, I will be there because I think it's important to honor the office itself. I was there in 2005, one of 6 people on stage with President Bush to talk about his Social Security reform that he was pushing. It didn't pass, but I was there to give him my thoughts on it. He liked it, gave me an endorsement, go eat at Russell's Restaurant. You can see it on C-SPAN. And the one thing I do remember about this event was every time the president panned my direction, all the cameras behind me, just the shutters just started going off in rapid succession. But I also like to remind myself that success itself is a terrible teacher because it can give the illusion to a person that they can do no wrong or make no mistakes. And trust me, you're always one mistake away. And so I always ask myself too, like I said, how did it happen? I was a C student, and I'm bragging there. I was really a D and F student. No college degree. I got married at 18 years old. 2 children by the time I was 25. I lost my first house to foreclosure at 26. Returned a vehicle at 27, and I even failed at 4 different businesses, all before the age of 30. But failure is delay, not defeat. Failure is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. I'll tell you, if you're going to make mistakes, make them when you're young. In the restaurant business, we deal with the 2 most volatile things in the world, people and food. That's from the Cheesecake Factory, Howard Gordon. And we really are. We're in the people business. We just happen to sell Mexican food. Every one of us, if you're in business, you're really in the people business. And what I believe, there are several habits that I've developed over the years, and I'm working on a book that includes 10 of them, and I'm going to share with you just 4 of them today, this morning. But the first one was doing more than paid for. One of the books I read way back in the day was The Law of Success in 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill, and this is one of his chapters, do more than pay for. It really is the easiest way to get noticed. People look for value every single day, but you have to know your numbers as well. You can't provide a product or a service to a point where you will never ever be able to grow. But at the same token, it's important to always, if you're starting out especially, do more than pay for. You have to get your footing, and that's what we did at Gringo's. Several years ago, actually we opened up our second store in '96. One of the things we do is we provide the free self-serve ice cream as the guests are leaving the building. And it's complimentary. And after we opened up our store in '96, we were visited by some executives of another Mexican food chain that came in, and I know all the guys, and they were at a little porch door, and one of the guys came up to me as they were leaving the restaurant, and he pointed at the ice cream machine and said, "Hey Russell, what's that costing you?" Because again, they're bottom line focused companies. We like to refer to ourselves as top of the plate focused companies. But here he is asking me, what does it cost us in terms of percentage of sales or cost of goods sold? And before I could even answer, he says, yeah, it cost us X percent, so we did away with it. And he's telling me this all while he's eating an ice cream cone. The second habit is develop a high standard of excellence in everything you do. You know, Walt Disney says that people can feel perfection. And I like to always look at our establishments from the front door to the back door and everything between. And even last night I stopped at a very well-known establishment. I'm not going to mention the name, but I went to the men's room and I was shocked at the condition of the men's room. Not just paper towels here and there, but the overall cleanliness, detailing of just the chrome and everything all throughout the restroom. I took pictures of it, sent it to my entire management team, and I said, thank you for maintaining our standards, because people do notice. We all compete by comparison. People do notice those things. They're very important. If you think about it, let's see here. We strive to be perfect at everything we do, but perfection itself is unattainable. And Vince Lombardi said that it's not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we'll catch excellence. And that's what we're at least going to settle for, is excellence. Buc-ee's is a prime example of how they took the convenience store industry and turned it upside down. Think about it. They focused in two areas. On 2 areas that people pay a lot of attention to: restrooms and checkout. I mean, what else is there really to a convenience store other than, there's other things, of course, cleanliness, but those 2 areas they focused, they put 100% of their focus in, and the results are the proof is in the pudding, as they say. This is the men's room in case the women want to see what it looks like. Oh, a funny story, I got to go back to this. So when I went to see U2 opening night on the 29th of September, I ate at this restaurant called Cut, and a steakhouse by Wolfgang Puck. And I'm at the bar waiting for the rest of our table, and then I see Bryan Cranston there at the bar, and he takes a picture of these fans. So I walk over toward him, and there was I guess his assistant with him, and I asked her, hey, could you get a picture with me and Bryan Cranston? And for those that don't know who Bryan Cranston is, he's the gentleman that played in Breaking Bad, the main character in Breaking Bad, Walter White. And so she said, get a selfie with him because he's going to keep moving quickly. So I did, and he ends up being at a table not too far from our table, and he has his entourage. There's probably 10, 12 people at this table. And so during our meal, I get up to go to the restroom, and I walk past their table, and Brian's sitting on the end. And so I'm at the men's room, and I go up to a urinal, just like one of those. And you see those partitions there. The partition there at Cut, what caught my attention as I was standing there was that I saw motion on the right, and I was thinking, how can that be? Because I'm not moving. And it turned out that partition was made out of 100% glass. So that was the strangest partition I've ever seen in a restaurant, but it was glass. So I was like, okay. Well, anyway, the guy that was standing to my right leaves, and seconds later, here comes Bryan Cranston, right next to me. And I'm finishing up. So as I'm leaving, and I hit the urinal to flush the urinal, I said to myself, I never thought I'd be taking a leak next to Bryan Cranston. And then I did something very dumb, and I'm ashamed to even say this, but it's true, it happened. I tap him on the back. But I used the back of my hand, but he doesn't know that. So I said, what did I just do? I ran to the sink, washed my hands, and got out of there. I didn't want him to see me again. So anyway. So this particular picture, I wanted to show it because this is something that we did after we took over a second-generation property in Deer Park, Texas, or Pasadena, Texas, to open up the first Jimmy Changa's in 2011. The mop sink, a second generation means basically a restaurant was there previously. And the restaurant that was there had this mop sink that looked like the one on the left. Well, it just didn't meet our standard for different reasons. But anyway, we did the one on the right. We had it redone. And again, those are things that our guests will never see, but our team members do. And one of the things we take pride in is our kitchen floors. We're constantly regrouting them because if you go into a lot of kitchens that have the quarry tiles, once they lose one, they don't replace them. Water gets up under the floor. It starts popping more throughout the kitchen, and it turns into a big mess. But we spend a lot in maintenance that I know a lot of restaurants don't do. This particular picture, it's working better now. This particular picture here I wanted to show because it was just taken like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. But the kitchen itself is 25 years old now. And it's our Texas City location, which we just did a major remodel to throughout the dining room. So this is what it looked like. And then we remodeled and did a new bar, an elevated bar. And it's beautiful, and we're proud of it. That was our third store that we opened in 1999. And I'm a big believer that it's okay to open up new stores, but never forget about your old stores, the first stores, the ones that built all these new stores. So we're always maintaining those properties at no matter the cost. And again, we went from a building like this in 1993, and today we're building, and this was the first bar at Gringo's, by the way. Yeah, center block and plywood, basically, and cheap tequila at that time. And this is what our bars look like today. And this was the fifth Gringo's that we opened in 2002 in Stafford. And it's important to hire professionals. And one of the professionals we've hired in the past is actually here in the audience today, Dawn. And Dawn Batch, she's done work for us and is continuing to do work for us now with another business partner. And then I hired Davis Wilson. He made that building look like that. And then our kitchen designs today are state of the art. And our buildings are looking different, and we're always looking for ways, always trying to find ways to improve on what we've done previously. That was our College Station story. And one way to achieve excellence is always question every single thing you do. You never arrive in business. You never, ever arrive. You know, most important thing you'll ever learn in life is everything you learn after you know it all. You have to keep an open mind. The third habit I want to talk to you about is the habit of giving. Our third core value, develop our reinvesting in our team members and local community, is so important to us. We do it in ways that are truly unheard of for a company our size. I believe there's something very powerful about giving. To me, it gives me, personally, it gives me a meaning to get up every day. It gives me purpose. I don't necessarily get up thinking about making more money. I don't even look at our sales reports most of the time. I do look at the one number I pay a special close attention to is our prime cost. And our prime cost includes our food cost, our labor, and our packaging. And I know where that needs to be. It's a sweet spot for us. It's 60%. We work off a 40% gross profit margin. But I'll look at it for two reasons. To see if it's too high, but also to see if it's too low. Because if it's too low, it means we're not given a good value. And we're very hypersensitive about being perceived as a good value place to go dine. So, whoops. This thing is hypersensitive. So conscious capitalism, enriching lives, higher purpose. And enriching lives is the most noble and worthy journey any human being can be on. Several years ago in Pasadena, there was an officer. They were hosting several fundraisers throughout the city of Pasadena and Deer Park, and they were trying to help Officer Huffman purchase a prosthetic leg. He and his good buddy Officer Larry Candelari were out in West Texas on a deer hunting trip, and they were returning, and they came across this U-Haul truck that had jackknife. So they got out to do what any officer would do, whether they're on duty or not duty in their jurisdiction or not, and they went to assist. And they were almost immediately mowed over by an 18-wheeler. Officer Larry Candelari was killed instantly, and Officer Mike Huffman lost his leg. So we held a fundraiser knowing that it's going to take a long time to get that prosthetic leg purchased. And so we donated 50% of our sales, not of our profit, but of our sales. And I forget the number of units we had that year, but we wrote him a check for $100,000 to buy a prosthetic leg. This story here, Melinda Johnson, a team member at our Texas City location, I received an email from one of her coworkers asking if there was anything we could do for Melinda because she had a prosthetic leg that was basically being held together with duct tape. It squeaked when she walked, and it was giving her all kinds of problems. And so I sent John Fernandez out to meet with Melinda, and he instructed her to go to her doctor and to find out what they could do. And she came back with 3 proposals: a basic model, a middle-of-the-line model, and a top-of-the-line model. And so when John and I met to discuss the proposals that she received, I told John, we'll definitely do the basic model for sure. And I said, but I also sent John back with some special instructions. So John meets with Melinda, tells her the good news. She's ecstatic, of course. But then he asked her the question I wanted him to ask. Really simple question. If money was no object, which of the 3 would you purchase? And Melissa thought about it for a moment, and she's a single mom. Her daughter, I think, was 9 or 10 at the time. But she said, I think I'd probably go with the top-of-the-line model because it would allow me to do this, this, and this. Go to the beach without having to remove her prosthetic leg because of the sand affecting it and all. So John looked at her and said, well, Russell said if that was the one you would pick, if money was no object, then that's the one we're going to get for you. So there is that, what you're looking at there is a Autobox X3 prosthetic leg built in Germany, and the second one we purchased, and the only two we've ever purchased, and hopefully we ever have to purchase because they are very expensive. But we were happy to do this for Melinda. She recently retired from the company because of her health issues that she has ongoing. She had cancer as a young girl. We are assisting her financially through the foundation, the Tex-Mex Legacy Foundation that I formed about 5 years ago in honor of my parents, who were the ones that inspired me to help and give. They did things when I was a young kid that even today I look back and I think, wow. One of them was when Vietnam fell, they sponsored a family of 10 Vietnamese to get them set up in the Houston area. We've also done upwards of 25 complete full dental makeovers, which are obviously very life-changing. People who have terrible teeth, there's a person inside them that wants to come out, and we've done 25 of them. And here's Beto. He smiled whether he had teeth or not, and he's a busser at our Texas City location also. Something we do we have different organizations that we support. One of them is the PTSD Foundation of America, Camp Hope. And we created this Tex-Mex plate. That's kind of my favorite. It's the cheese enchilada, the fajita taco, tamale, guacamole, queso, rice and beans on the side. And we donate $2 from every one sold. There's a great story behind it. I don't have enough time to really share it with you, but we donate $2 from every plate sold. It's called the Plato Soldado, and we've already raised over $1 million for Camp Hope, and now we're on our way to $2 million. And I love what Martin Luther King said. He said, "Man has not begun to live until he can rise above the narrow confines of his own individual concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity." And I think everybody would agree. The fourth rule is the golden rule. And this is something that I really feel is probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm up here. I've always treated people the way I want to be treated. Always. Even in negative situations. But I don't just treat people the way I want to be treated. I think well for them. I want them to succeed. I've helped my competition out before. Because again, I think everything you do to and for others, you do to and for yourself. Everything. Everything you think toward others. And it's not something, and this was actually also discussed in Napoleon Hill's book, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. The golden rule begins affecting you at the very moment you release a thought, not an action. I truly am, we truly are greater as a whole than some of our parts. This is some of my team here, and I wouldn't be anything without them by my side, I can tell you that. Many of them we've traveled together, and we've just had a lot of good times. How am I doing on time? I'm almost done. What is your life's blueprint? So this particular picture was taken at Worthing High School toward the end of the school year back in 2018. We had just opened up, or 2019, we had just opened up our Gringos in New Caney. And Martin Luther gave a speech 7 months before he was assassinated to Barrett Junior High, a school outside of Philadelphia. And this speech, and it's available on YouTube, and I highly recommend every one of you go watch it. I think it's his most powerful speech. But he talks about what is your life's blueprint. And in his speech, he talks about the importance of self-confidence, believing in yourself. And I had a life-changing moment in my 20s when I'd gone to a luncheon held by the Chamber of Commerce in LaPorte. And the caterer there was doing such a fantastic job that it compelled me to go to the buffet table to compliment the job this person was doing. And it was a lady in her mid to late 30s, and she appreciated me, giving her a compliment. and she learned that I was working for El Toro just around the corner. And she asked me a simple question. She asked me, does Gringo's cater? I'm sorry, does El Toro cater? And I'm not sure exactly what I said. It must have been my body language or the deer in the headlight look I gave her. But she stopped me mid-sentence, and she said, wow, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. And it starts with self-belief, it really does. And so Martin Luther King was sharing this with these students at Barrett Junior High. And of course, I'm relaying the same message to these students. But also, this is the speech that's also referred to the street sweeper speech, where he calls on you, you know, if your lot in life is to be a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper that ever lived. He said, do it so well that the living, the dead, or the unborn could not do it any better. Because he also says, for it isn't by size that you win or fail in life, it's about being the very best of whatever you are. And that's the message for every one of us. And I don't care who you are, what you are, or where you are. That is the message. And with that, I want to say thank you for this time. I hope this was within the time limits, but I appreciate you. And I would love to take any questions while I'm here. Why we serve green sauce, red sauce, and all that stuff.
Yeah, red sauce or hot or
red or green
sauce? All red sauce, raise your hand. Green sauce, I'm green sauce.
Yeah, everyone loves the green sauce, but I will challenge you to go back and try the red sauce because we revamped it. We did not change the ingredients. What we did was we changed the process, and we did some really cool stuff to it to where it's actually better. We've had so many compliments on it now.
Never satisfied, right?
Never satisfied. We question everything, but
well, Russell, I want to say, first on your pursuit of excellence, thank you so much for taking time. I know you're a busy man, traveling around the world and stuff like that, but that's awesome because every one of us here, if you do some of these tenets that he talked about, can get to that level yourself. Not a problem. We could all get there. And I'm in the people business. You're in the people business. We're all in the people business. So we're all going to get together and help each other grow, right? And then maybe we could get on that airplane with this guy. How about that?
Why not?
All right. But just something token says we're lucky to have you. You probably have 1,000 trinkets up in your office, but I'd love for you to put this somewhere. Right. Makes a good doorstop. Or carry it to the Bucky's bathroom. Tell Beaver, but thank you so much, Russell. We appreciate you very much.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. And we appreciate bringing his team out here. Joy was here. Thank you for that. And Mr. Sam Hernandez had to run out. So we're going to give away a few door prizes. Did you put your card in the bucket? Maybe you win something.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, I guarantee you won't win anything because Newell Cheatham's here today. Real quick, I think Harlan wants to say a couple of words real fast. Harlan represents a medical part of our chamber insurance, so he's got some important words for you there. Say there, Harlan.
All right, open enrollment's coming up pretty quick, as many of you know. Last year, we rolled out the Fulshear Katy Area Chamber of Commerce Health Solutions, and we are adding some additional awesome options, I guess you can say. The number one is there is a organization that is a member here. Man, that light is bright right here. I'm sorry, guys. Whew, good Lord.
Hey, man.
Give me this thing. All right, I'm on the move. There is an organization called Next Level Urgent Care that is a member of the chamber, and we have partnered with them. You can have access to any of their 20 or almost 30 locations in the area. There's 4 in this area. There are 8 now in San Antonio and 5 in Austin. For $80 a month for your entire family, you can access all you can eat health care at any of their facilities. $80 a month. That's all the urgent care and primary care. The membership is called Next Level Prime. You have an app. You can visit in person. You can visit virtually. It also includes behavioral health. And if you would like to spend another $25, which is $105 for your entire family, it includes prescription drug coverage. 1,200 medications, almost 500 of them for free.
Pretty cool. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Harlan, for bringing that to us.
That will be on the website that you'll be able to click on that and sign up yourself, or you can, of course, set an appointment to talk to us. If you're a business owner and you want to offer that to your employees, please reach out to me personally. I'll be outside also, and we can get that set up for your business as well.
Thank you very much. Harlan, we're trying to find great deals. Next month, ladies, on the back, we have Freddie Cruz next month on podcasting on how to grow your business. So if you're interested in that, then in December, we're going to have Pastor Mike McGowan, the pastor of this church right here. He's going to talk to us about having faith in your business. And then we're going to kick off the new year with Gabriel Najera. I think I've told you all about Gabriel Najera. He wrote a book saying that if I can, you can. So let's give away a couple of door prizes and we'll call it a day. Wrangler, you want to help me out a little bit? And how about Sean, you just pick out these and hand them up to me. How about that? First off, from America, Star Entertainment, what's in there? A tumbler? Are you sure? Is it empty? All right. The winner of the tumbler, it goes to Andre Cano with U.S. Health Advisors. Thank you, Andre. We appreciate it. And then we have Mike. Where's Mike Martin? He's in the back there. He's always helping us get the pain out of your life. Rub it on. Thank you, Dina. Dina did it. Dina's on the payroll. Who do we have? Here you go. There you go. And the winner is Heather Leopold with the Drip Bar. All right. Okay, we have, and since Heather just won, we're going to give away, is it a drip? Any drip? Any drip at the Drip Bar. And this prize goes to, here you go. Thank you. Susie Quaranta. That's the second time you've won. Wow. And she's sitting right there next to Heather. How interesting is that? Okay. And then we have 2 tickets to Wings Over Houston. If you haven't been to Wings Over Houston, you need to go check it out. The Thunderbirds are going to be there, not the puppet ones. Remember the puppet Thunderbirds? Am I the only one? Bill Nash, you remember the Thunderbirds, the old TV show. All right. Today is Fossil Day, so I'm glad to see you're here. It is National Fossil Day. I'm a fossil, so it is. Look it up. It's National Fossil Day. You think I'm kidding? And this Wings Over Houston, so that's going to go to, who's going to go to the show? Hey, Natalie DeYoung with Brant 1910. Where it is right there. And Natalie's the owner of the venue where we're having our spooky speakeasy, so get your tickets for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't seen their venue out in Wallace, it's really a neat place. It's going to be so cool. And then, from Chris Liebum, it's a book here that says, It Complicated or Simple. But anyway, he's going to tell you about your retirement fund and retirement planning. It's a great book written by Mr. Liebum himself. There he is right there. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. So who's going to be the rich guy? It's going to go to Free Estimates. Oh, no, Michael Ziegler with Gold Coast Plumbing. Michael Ziegler, where are you at, Michael? Thank you. I love it when our visitors win. That's fantastic. Okay, from the Forever Young, where's Freddie? Is Freddie and Mimi here? I guess they had to go do some Forever Youngin'. Anyway, a free IV therapy at their place. We have 2 of these, so we're going to give away 2. There's 1. And the winner goes to Boyd Hanley. Boyd, where's Boyd? Is Carrie Hanley here? Carrie, you win. That's her husband. So, see, if he's not here, she wins. And the other winner, Janice Perry. Wow, Janice, all right. She brings, you get it delivered and everything. And Greg Zivov, where's Greg Zivov? Here he is, electric and gas, here it is right here, electric and gas savings. Sometimes I do it backwards. But anyway, he always brings us a nice gift, but this is a multi-directional LED shop light, and it's linkable up to 6 lights, and it comes with ultra bright, 800 lumens. Next on The Price is Right. Sean, did you pull your own card? Interesting. I'll have to get you a prize anyway, don't worry. Hey, Mike Martin, can you use it, Mike? Did he leave? He's out front, and he's right next to Greg Zivov, so we'll make sure Mike gets that. Okay, thank you. You're such a great Vanna White. We appreciate it. Sean here, I want to point out Sean as well. She has a new venue called Venue 116. It's the Old Cotton Gin in Brookshire, and this is where we're going to have our holiday soiree this year. I got to do a tour. It's marvelous. It's beautiful. It's so well done. And we're looking so forward to being there. And the grand opening this Saturday, you come check it out. It's during, 6 to 9, right. My football game on Saturday will be over because it starts at 12:30 that day, so I will be there. Okay, so that's a rope cutting and everything. Russell, we don't do ribbon cuttings. We do rope cuttings. By the way, Russell, you're not a member of the chamber. No, I'm kidding. Mike Martin's not here? Well, how about, we pick something else. Did he already leave? That's well, okay. Because you got to be present to win. Chris Ajamsiba with Katy Responds. Right there, Chris. Come tell me your last name in a little bit. I'd love to hear how to pronounce that. Okay. Again, check out our new website. It's still the same old address, but it's been totally revamped. Go log in, learn and kick around, go to the support page. We'll love to have you. Richard, thank you very much. And anything else for the good of our chamber? Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Okay, yes. If you're a visitor, if you mind getting up right now and meet our wranglers outside, we'd love to see you. Go ahead and do that now. And Russell, thank you. Are you going to stick around for maybe photographs and maybe some questions and things like that? Yeah, he said he would. How about that? So, wisdom right here, the man of many talents that has grown a business. Yes, Carla? Oh, what day is that again? Say again? November the 1st, we have our quarterly luncheon. That's for a lot of members who've always asked us. Thank you for reminding me. There's a lot going on. We do our morning meetings every month, but we are now going to have a quarterly luncheon. So it's like a membership meeting, but it's going to be at Gaucho's. And man, if you had a meeting room at Gringo's, we'd do it there too. But I know. See, I'm giving them all these ideas. And so we'll be at Gaucho's. It'll be a luncheon. It's on our website. It's only like $30 or $35. It includes all the Gaucho's food and everything. And our speakers are women leaders in healthcare. It would be really, really good to go see them and have a lot of wisdom. With that, I'm blessed. You're blessed. We're all blessed to be here together. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. And we'll see you as soon as we see you the next time, at least next month. Take care, everybody. God bless. See you later. Hey, good to see you. Glad you came, man.